Oh my gosh, welcome to the All Girls Offline TV podcast featuring Leslie. Leslie, how are you doing?
Hi, Lily. It's so good to be here.
Oh my god. Your makeup looks
yak.
so fly right now. Oh my god, let's get on to the main topic we have today. What's your favorite Starbucks drink?
2 minutes in, I already
We
want
could
that.
share those. I smell a latte. Actually, I'm super simple now. I used to be super complicated. I had,
Okay, what was it before when it was complex?
I had iced coffee, light ice, oat milk or whatever, some fancy milk, and I do 1 pump raspberry, 1 pump vanilla.
Oh,
Yeah.
honestly, that's not as bad as I thought
Yeah, it's
it'd
not
be.
terrible. Yeah, it wasn't like half sugar or anything like that.
That sounds amazing. What about you, Pokey?
What about me?
Your favorite Starbucks drink? Girl,
no,
I know you like that
no,
matcha
no.
latte.
I guess the matcha latte with sometimes almond milk.
You like everything on the menu.
Okay, come on, dude. Come on. You there's got to be variety. Okay?
Oh my god, Yvonne, imagine someday you're like rich and successful and so you can just own an entire Starbucks drink. Like you just own the whole thing.
You know-
wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be the dream. If I could have my own Starbucks in my house, can you imagine?
Oh,
That'd be
God.
the best
That was your
thing
private
ever.
barista.
Yeah. The closest thing I've had to that is that when we travel and we go to hotels and the Starbucks are in
lobby.
downstairs in
The
the
one
lobby.
in the ones in Vegas.
Yes. So those are like, that's the closest thing. That feels great. So
It's nice to know that our definition of success can be anything from,
What's your
rich
favorite drink, Lily?
I actually really like pink drink.
Yeah.
It's very
That's
good.
good too.
I think that's a really good recommendation for people too.
Yeah, it's just so fruity and refreshing. You can't really go wrong with pink drink. What are we supposed to be talking about? Like,
Girls.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
us. We are female.
Question.
Yes.
First time on the podcast, what are the rules?
okay, well, first we don't talk about religion. We don't know brand names whatsoever. Don't
No
curse.
politics.
No politics.
oh shit.
Okay.
We can't curse?
Cursing?
Fuck that.
Okay.
Just
there are
kidding,
no
you can
rules.
bleep
I don't
it, you
even
can
know
I'm
what
joking. I'm joking.
yeah.
So speak freely and
Oh, I like that.
We're joking. I'm joking. You can talk whatever you want.
There's actually no rules.
Oh, cool.
You can just say whatever the fuck.
Fuck. Ooh.
So, oh my gosh. So we're all girls. We're all female of the female gender.
Yes.
So let's talk about what girls do.
What do we
What do we do?
Let's talk about boys.
Oh,
All right.
I bet you let the boys talked about the girls.
Exactly.
100%.
100%.
Okay.
So, what do you think about guys?
Guys in general or the boys?
Do you want to talk about the boys?
Did they talk about the girls or girls?
they talked about
both?
Both.
Okay.
Which do we hit first?
Watch this podcast. What did they say about me?
I'm ready. Dang.
it towards the end.
We can take it at the end too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we won't talk about them too much. We can talk about boys in general. Then.
Boys in general.
What would people want to know about like girls, Friendships, boys.
Oh, I bet what they're wondering is how to get out of the friend zone.
Oh, that's
I
true.
know,
That's a really
what they
good
all
one.
want to know.
Yeah.
And my number one tip is don't ever talk about the friend zone.
Oh, that's
If the
true.
guys ever like, oh, like I feel like I'm in the friend zone with you, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind
Yeah.
of true. Don't really. I think like usually how a guy gets out of the friend zone is they've just literally just been a friend for so long, and then like something happens. Like there's like an event or
shift.
maybe like a shift. Yeah, something that you guys maybe get closer, start hanging out more, whatever it is. But there's usually something that might change, but it's not usually because they have like I guess that intention.
Yeah.
It just happens naturally.
Yeah, I agree.
Like allow her to see you in different lights
Yeah.
because one of those may trigger further interest.
Has that happened to you? Like a specific guy got out of a friend zone with you guys?
I'm trying to think.
yeah, once.
I feel like the better the better things with guys typically start off as just friends.
Yeah.
Because I also think it kind of adds to the chase. Every single time that a guy has been like I instantly knew he wanted to date, not like he wanted to get to know me or just be friends.
Turn off.
I feel like, it just puts so much pressure on it. And it's like, we're going on a date. We're not just like hanging out and getting to know each other.
Yes.
And I feel so bad saying this, but sometimes it's like really obvious.
Yeah.
When a guy like it feels like they think they know me, so they already know they want to date me. But I know they don't actually know me because we haven't hung out much. You know what I mean?
They're like already
They're already convinced. Yeah.
But it's like you
It's
don't
like you
even
just yeah.
literally have talked to me like a couple times. What do you mean, sort of thing?
Actually, that reminds me of this one time in 7th grade, this freaking middle school. I feel like I was such a butt.
Oh, strong words.
This guy told me he liked me, and I said, "No, you don't. You don't even know me." And that's it. I just laughed.
That is
But I still feel that way, but I wouldn't say it like that, you know? I just wouldn't say anything.
I feel like the best relationships come from like ones that like naturally just form from friendships.
Yeah.
Because you know it's cute. Like you know they
you
feel
have
the same way.
the mutual respect already.
Yeah.
Like you already respect each other as friends, sort of. So like when you get together, you wouldn't
Have a good
really-
baseline.
Exactly. You have like a strong foundation.
Am I the one who thinks that like the pressure of going out on a date with someone they don't know is like terrifying?
I hate that.
Yeah, it's like it's not like I'm so excited for this date. It's
Yeah.
just like I'm terrified because I don't know this guy. I'm supposed to dress up a certain way.
It almost feels like a performance.
performance.
Yeah.
I get food anxiety. Like you eat while I talk, and then as soon as you're done eating, I overthink everything.
So true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary.
In
No,
the
I-
past.
Yeah. no-
yeah.
Yeah.
Lily's memeing.
Yeah.
But it is
I
scary.
feel like your experience with dating apps is pretty funny, though.
Dude, yes.
What is it?
Okay, it was long ago when I was a youngin'. I had Tinder.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the guy was like, "Hey, you know, you're really cool. I want to get to know you." I'm like, "Yeah, but just to be clear, like, I don't want to like go on dates or anything. I just want to get to know people first." He's like, "That's fine with me. Do you want to get coffee next Friday to get to know each other?" I'm like, "Okay, I'm good with that." And then he says, "All right, then that's a date." I'm like, "I just said it wasn't a date, right?" So
Cringing.
it was really confusing, and I had to tell him like it's not a date. And he's like, "Well, I don't think I can go out with you if you don't think it's a date." And I'm like, "Okay."
You want to test the
Okay.
waters first. Like,
Yeah.
if you're even
I feel like
compatible
if you're
as
really
people.
interested in someone, you wouldn't care what it's labeled. Like, oh, we're getting to know each
But
other.
he wanted to specifically label it a date, so like I understood that this is a date. So I'm like, I don't want to go anymore. So I never
bad,
met him.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his loss. So
True.
boys, don't be like that.
No.
And any Tinder experiences for you guys?
Nope. Tinder was. I've tried signing on to dating apps, but Tinder was the one that I never touched, just because I always kind of felt like everybody says it's for like hooking up or for very specific things, and I was like, ah.
Yeah, I learned that later. There was one guy who was really cute, right? And he said he liked anime in his profile. I'm like, you like anime? We talk about Attack on Titans, and I'm like, he's like, you wanna watch anime sometime? I'm like, yeah. He's like, come over to my place and watch anime with me. Like this is the first
Anime
time
and
we-
chill.
And I'm like, no, I think I won't. He's like, oh, I live here. You're not that far away. Do you want me to come pick you up?
Oh my god. He's down.
Like,
He's
I
already
just,
down.
I'm like, I just want to talk about anime.
No, when they're too down.
I think
you turn
Tinder
off.
is definitely mostly just hookups. I learned.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's some good ones.
I think we all
I
just
hear.
want to find meaningful connections, like naturally, but it's hard.
I'm curious if you guys relate to this.
Okay.
I feel like because I grew up on the internet and meeting people on the internet a lot, I always prefer getting to know someone via text. Like for a while. Yeah. And also I feel like it's kind of rare for someone to be like, let's just hang out. And like there's no real pressure.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy just like remotely talking to someone for like at least a couple weeks.
It's like a
And
long
then
tease
meeting in
almost,
person.
you
Yeah,
know? Like
yeah,
you're like flirting, and then you meet up, and it's just like really cute.
I like
The chase
that
is
too. The
enjoyable in my
Butterflies
opinion.
when
Yeah.
you get a text from them.
Yeah.
I think I've just been a bad responder my whole life. So if it's anything romantic, like I fizzle it out. Like I accidentally do it because I'm like overthinking so hard about that Snapchat he sent me in the morning that I'm like, oh, I gotta respond to that. Oh, but what would I say? Oh, okay. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Oh, but it has to be more clever than that. And then like 3 meals pass. It's like 9 p.m. and he's like, hey, like you there? And I'm like, oh, and then I end up sending like the worst thing ever. Like, oh, yo, I'm here. Yeah. So I don't know. Like for me, I have to I have to. It's a balance. I have to text a little bit, see them in person, text a little bit, see them in person. You know?
I actually think it's especially interesting because in this day and age, it almost feels like people have to be compatible in person and over the internet. You know what I
How
mean?
people talk through text is so important. If you sound passive aggressive or anything like that over text, like you can't date them too.
Like,
right?
I think the way you are is fine, but then you'd probably find someone who like meshes with that. If someone is like needs you to text all the time or like respond in a certain way, then it doesn't work. Even if like you enjoy each other's company in person.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think like the way I get close to people now is through I talk to a lot of my friends through Discord. Discord's kind of like my texting.
You have to. None of us really see you in real life anymore when you're in the room all day. It's really hard. I don't know how else we're supposed to reply to you. Like, what the hell?
How's this a flame session?
Discord or Kakao Yvonne.
But something that I've realized recently is I bond with people super easily over League. Again. And that was like one of my favorite ways to make friendships. Like I've only like there's a period of time where I stopped doing that and then I kind of like started doing that again and realized how much it means to me. And like there are friends that I knew from the scene that I was never friends with them I was never really close or good friends with them until I started playing League with them. So then that's when I was like, oh, I never talked to you before, even though I knew you. And we had mutual friends the whole time, but like...
You also met Sean through League, right?
Yeah, I did.
That's cute.
Really? How?
It
They
was,
were solo queuing together.
yeah.
There is no
Yeah, no, they met their solo queue.
In silver.
In silver. It's adorable, though.
Yeah.
Random game.
Wow.
Like, you were
Random
never
game.
queued into that game.
You would have never met Sean, right?
Yeah, I would have never
Or if he
met
fed his
otherwise.
ass off that game, you wouldn't have like been interested in adding him afterwards.
Yeah,
you know?
he was silver, but he was like apparently challenger equivalent in Han. So obviously it like translated over a bit. So he was better than like the average silver player, obviously. So then I added him after.
Wow!
girls only want one thing.
Just want Elo. That's cute.
Silver, so cute. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I will say, because I feel like some guys sometimes hearing stuff like this are like, I'll never get a gamer girlfriend because I'm not challenger or like I'm not like good at video games. But I will say, if you don't have the skill, I truly think people can make up for it by being like an enjoyable teammate.
Yes.
Like being witty or fun to play with or like willing to do funny things in game, stuff like that.
Like trust, there's so many people better than Sean. Sean's not the best League of Legends player. I'm saying, but like his personality was really fun. He's really fun to play with, and that's what I liked, you know. So
To get your gamer girlfriend, develop a sense of humor in the game.
I also met a guy in solo queue. I buried this deep in my memory. I just realized because like at the time I was just getting into League. So I also, and no one around me IRL liked League. So I met a guy online who also carried me. And then I added him afterwards and we were just talking a lot. And then we're like, oh, we're kind of compatible and stuff. And then I joined like some raid, I forgot what it was called back then.
Raid call.
I joined his raid call back then, and then he introduced me to all his friends, and then for some reason, I feel like we really clicked. We kept playing League, and then we got on the phone, and we started to talk like every night for like 6 hours, like, and like I never knew what this guy looked like, and we started to like develop feelings without ever knowing what the other person looked like. We were just like talking like till late at night, and then he was never comfortable with me knowing what he looked like, and it just fizzled out because one day he confessed feelings, and then I was like, well, I have to know what you look like, I have to know what you know more. And he's like, I can't, I just do it. And I was like,
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
you never found out what he looked like?
No, I didn't find out what he looked like. I didn't find out, and he just stopped after I asked to like know, because I was like, I can't just develop feelings for someone if you won't meet me, if you don't show me what you look like, if you don't tell me about yourself, like but it was weird because I felt like I knew him so well over just talking on a call until like 6 a.m.
I mean, you really do.
You do.
Yeah.
And I have no face. So I'm just like, whoa, like, it's crazy.
Wow.
And it was just random story. I was like, oh, this reminded me.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, friendships. Oh, sorry. I'm not good at segue.
We can maybe do like
relationships.
boys deal breakers and then girls deal breakers. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Relationship deal breakers. Lying. Like actually any form. I can't.
100%. If I have to second guess, what you're telling me, that I don't know. That
You know what actually
friendship wise
tilts me almost more than dudes lying? Dudes like strategically leaving things out and then being like, I didn't lie though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
lying by omission is still lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Deal breakers?
Deal breakers.
No passion for anything.
I think that's difficult.
Like,
Yeah.
I need to see that you have a direction in life or something. If I don't, then it's like, you know,
Passion is super
passion,
attractive.
something you're passionate about. It could be anything.
Someone who's chill and not like no temper. I don't want.
Oh,
it's, like,
temper is a
angry,
no-no.
very
Yeah, no,
easily
no.
and stuff like.
No, thank you.
Dude, temper is a trap.
Yeah.
No, I mean in the sense that like sometimes it can be kind of fun.
What do you mean?
But here's what I mean. Sometimes it's one of those traps where like you'll start getting to know someone and like you'll already have feelings for, or like be building a relationship or whatever. And there'll be fights and I guess I'm mostly referring to like toxic relationships that become really difficult to get out of.
Yeah.
Because like you know like they get a temper than you do and then you kind of make each other worse
Yeah.
people, but it makes almost both of you like more codependent and not willing to leave. I see that happen a lot and it has happened to me too.
It's happened to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's like that temper is kind of a
I
trap
felt
sometimes.
like the biggest bitch. Like I was probably like, damn, I was probably like a really obnoxious girlfriend, whatever. It's like, what did I do? Why was I upset over this? Why did I get mad all the time? Like, but it's just you're not compatible, and then
Yeah.
like you guys just fire each other up, and it just doesn't work out.
I have one. I hate when, okay, this is just my ex. It was a deal breaker. He was just super flirty with every other girl. And then I would confront him about it. And then he would tell me that it's just his personality. So then I started feeling like the crazy one. I would go to him. I'm like, you're flirting. Like you chose that girl as your beer pong partner instead of me. You were touching that girl's leg. You called that girl beautiful. And he's like, what? That's just me, babe. Like that's just, like you're the only girl. Like that's literally me. And I'm like, really? Damn, okay. And then I would just be like, I'm crazy. I have to learn how to deal with him because I love him. And that's okay. And then I'd always tell myself, it's okay that he flirts. It's okay. I'm like, stop being controlling. Stop being crazy. And I was always telling myself that. But then I realized like, that's not okay. Like, or at least like, it's not like, so yeah, that's just like a red flag for me.
I
It took
think
me
it's
years.
the sort of thing that like, and I think it takes girls a lot of time to realize like certain things can be not okay for you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you're wrong in
Yeah.
any way, or even that they're wrong in any way. It's just incompatible, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Another red flag is when all your friends don't like him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also, when he doesn't try to like your friends.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Or when he
big.
actually tries to do the opposite, like hate on them.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They're my friends.
It's at the time I didn't know, but like it's in retrospect, that's such a big flag. Like, why wouldn't you like the people that I cherish the most? Why would you just spend your time shit talking them to me and like trying to convince me like, yo, they're not good for you? Like, it's just stupid.
So usually your friends would not dislike someone that you're dating for no good reason.
Because they want to be happy for you,
Yeah,
obviously.
they care about you, so they only want what's best for you.
Exactly.
And they see like the person you're with doesn't seem like they're good for you. So then obviously then they're not gonna.
I want to say something, but we may want to take this out. So if we could note it. Okay. This one time I started going out with a dude and things were going not bad. And then I remember one day he made a comment about Lily's voice. And I couldn't, man. I couldn't. It wasn't even that bad, but it still just makes you go,
He simped for me.
I don't know why, like something triggers it where I'm like, no.
Don't insult your friend. Their friend. It's like, just don't do it. Our friends are like the people we care about. Like, don't insult the people we care about. Make an effort to get to know them,
Have you guys ever had to tell your friend that like you didn't approve of their like the guy they were dating? Like and like how would you approach that?
That's such a delicate subject
Yeah,
because
that's
even if you
so-
tell them, it's on them. They have to find out for themselves.
I've definitely had a friend ask me for like relationship advice, and I told her just how I felt, which I felt like they weren't compatible together or that they wouldn't work out.
Oh, I've had that
That's true.
happen too.
I think I've never been in a situation where it was like so bad where I was like, dude, you need to leave, and she's like completely blind to it. I think it's usually like, they kind of know or they bring it up to you.
Yeah.
And
There
you're
you
like,
have
yeah.
I feel like maybe if enough people tell them, like they already know deep inside probably something is wrong, but they just can't find it in themselves to like leave. until something happens.
Yeah.
I think you have to be like strong as a friend and like tell them, oh, like this is my opinion, but
I'll
also
still be
very
here for
patient.
you.
Yeah, because you know.
You can't force them to do anything. They have to
Yeah.
find out. Let them learn for themselves.
It's
Exactly.
basically I'll support you and no matter what you pick and what you
Yeah.
do. Like I'll just be here for you
Yeah.
no matter what. But yeah, it's up to you ultimately.
Now, what about friend deal breakers?
Lying again.
100%. I decided this like 2 years ago. I didn't. It wasn't like if someone asked me like, what do you value most in a friend? I didn't have like a certain thing I really cared about a lot. But I think it was about a year and a half ago. I think like I decided honesty is like 100% the number one thing that I have to like be able to trust you to be friends with you.
Yeah.
Or like good friends at least. Like I don't have to be good friends with you to trust you. But if you're one of my like best friends, I would want. But that's like a requirement.
Agreed.
I think something that is like harder is like when a friend like I one time I called Jamie stupid on stream. Like I it sounds really bad. I was like we were making a joke. Me and Edison were making a joke, and we like basically called her I dumb drop, and then like I'm sorry, Jamie, I'm sorry. And the chat like and the chat like laughed and stuff, and then like people went to her stream later and were like,
They called her that, yeah.
and then she was really hurt by it, and then she messaged me, and then I like saw it in my heart, like I was like, oh my god, but she was like, I'm so like I hate to say this, but like it really hurt when you call me stupid, and like like just because your words have influence and all this stuff, and it was like a really hard message to read, and you're like, oh my god, I hurt someone, like my words hurt them, but then I really appreciated that she called me out. Like it was something I would have hated to know that later she suppressed it and was just like, damn, she called me stupid, off, whatever, shake it off. You know, I know that situation's happened so many times too. Like for you were hurt by someone and it's just like, shake it off.
You
it's
like
fine,
get
walk
over
off, you
it.
get over it. But in those times, like I really appreciate and when friends are able to like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Gotta
I
message them.
agree.
You know,
I really
just
like
okay.
when people call me out too.
Yeah. At first you don't like it, and then you like, I'm sorry. Yeah. You're like, no, it's okay. And then you're like, oh, it feels a lot better. So that's for me. Those are nice.
Oh, that's true. That's another thing. Like friends that you can like, I guess, tell them something that's hard to tell, and they are receptive of it. Like they're not someone that you're afraid to tell things to or be honest with.
Yeah.
That's like someone that I would really like to have around a lot too.
I think the internet stuff makes our friendships so much more complicated
Yes.
as well,
Yeah.
because you have to take that into consideration, and like I'm sure all of you guys also have to take into consideration when people want to be your friend, whether they genuinely mean that or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can talk about red flags.
Huh?
Red flags
Like the
when
game?
I was the game.
no actual red flags when someone like
yeah.
For example, a very simple, easy one when like you hang out with someone for the first time and they're like, "Can you post this on Instagram or something?" You know, that was kind of red flags.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, deal breakers first. I'm trying to think if I have any like specific ones. I think also there's kind of a difference between like a deal breaker with like a friend and kind of what you need for someone to be like a really close friend.
Yeah. Like the
realized-
honesty thing, if I just like not like if someone lied to me once, I wouldn't like unfriend them. I just be like, oh, well, like I kind of just you're just like here,
Arm's
friend.
length.
Yeah,
Arm's
but like someone I'm really close to, I could like trust and tell them ahead.
When they flirt with your man.
Oh no way! I had that. My first boyfriend, one of my like okay, so I was in the group. It was like a bunch of us who played badminton. And it's like a huge group of guys and like 3 girls, right? And the 3 of us girls were like pretty close. We're all like considered ourselves like best friends and stuff. And I started dating this guy who was in our badminton group, and she would like flirt with him in the beginning, like all the time. And I told him about it, so that bothered me. I never talked to her about it specifically.
Harder.
She was kind of like flirty. Her personality is just like she flirts with.
Yeah.
At least you're a kid back then. Like back then we were kids, so it's like. But that was that did not feel good at all.
Have you?
Yes, I had because my ex was super flirty.
Oh,
like it
true.
worked both ways. And
True,
he,
true.
like my ex was like this pretty boy. Like he was really popular in high school. Was a Jack, what was it? Jock. Guy. His name was not Jack. Okay. So we go to college, and he always talks about Asian fever. He's into all these Asian girls. I go to UCI. Tons of like Asian girls in his hall, and 2 of them in particular, like he really like got close to, and they like my way of coping was like to become really good friends with them, but like our relationship as a group was like them always flirting with him, but also being really nice to me telling him like I'm not comfortable with them flirting with you flirting with them.
God.
You know, I mean, this story escalates really hard, but it's TMI. But pretty much, that was when I was like, why are my friends flirting with my boyfriend?
Yeah.
That's so weird. Why am I dealing with this
Yeah.
situation?
That's weird.
Weird.
I feel like sometimes you are exposed to something so often you start thinking it's like normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then everyone's like, no, you're crazy. Like, you're crazy. Like, stop.
That's
stop.
weird.
Yeah, because I'm confiding in my friends about my ex being flirty, and they're telling me, no, like, he's not even that flirty because they're flirting back with him. And then I go to my ex, and I'm like, dude, oh, no, don't worry. Stop reading into things. So everyone's telling me this, and then I'm like, I'm the crazy
What a brain
one.
boom.
I'm the crazy one. So people actually call me, like, a crazy girlfriend back in college because of all this. And so I just realized that was really toxic. Sorry, I'm like unloading all this.
No, it's okay. Good. Let it out.
Therapy session.
Yeah.
F Jack.
Yeah.
I know, but it's just.
Fuck Jack.
Fuck Jack.
There's gonna be some Jacks who are listening to this right now.
I'm sorry, Jax.
What about you, Lily?
Sorry.
Any deal breakers that you discovered?
For friends?
We're guys or friends? Either or.
I feel like Lily's probably the most lenient.
Yeah, I think she is too. She's like
You
the
have to
most
fuck up
accepting.
really fucking hard. Like, I will try really hard.
Yeah.
You have to be like an asshole. Like, for
Is there
me to
anything
not-
that bothers you in particular that people that do?
Most people are very nice, I think, right?
Yeah.
I think so
I'm trying
too.
to think, like, what's a deal breaker? Like, if you're really mean, obviously, right? But these are really
True.
obvious, like,
True.
deal breakers. Like, if you're mean or you don't take my feelings into consideration. Sometimes, if I don't feel appreciated, I'll get really sad.
No.
But I won't tell them. Like you do something for them, right? Or you pay for their food for like 8 times in a row, let's say. And like, no thank you or whatever. Be like, oh, all right. So that might be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's important.
Feeling
feels bad.
appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
I need to do better. Oh, sorry.
This is really Leslie's like therapy session.
Her thoughts just keep coming out.
I forget to like tell Edison like sometimes like I really appreciate you, really. And then like when we ever fight, he'll be like, I feel like you don't appreciate me. I'm like, really? 'Cause I feel so different. I just don't. I'm not good at verbalizing.
Yeah.
I also think I feel like you're a pretty busy kind of person.
Yeah.
And I think it's really hard. Like, you only really feel gratitude or appreciation when you take those breaks, and then expressing it is even past that. Yeah. If you're always up and on and doing something, it can be difficult.
Yeah, it's really true. Just gotta be better about it.
It's okay. I believe.
Yeah.
She's like,
You can do it.
Yeah, I'm like I feel a lot of emotions, but I struggle sometimes to say them. Like and because I feel like you know when you feel stuff, it's like, well, everyone knows I feel these things, but it's not the
You
case.
assume that they know that you appreciate them, but sometimes it's just nice for them to hear it. Like, it means a lot to them.
actually, that's what
With
I
girls
think
and guys.
I lack in friends. Like, I think in my mind and everything, I like really appreciate my friends. I really like them a lot.
Yeah.
But like, either I play League or I do other things. Like, I don't feel like I show it enough, or like I say it enough. Or,
Yvonne, I
something.
appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
That was weird. Ooh, this is why we internalize our
Yeah,
feelings. Let's talk on
Go back, rewind.
I show you I appreciate you in different ways. I go to your room and say, well. That's my way of telling you I appreciate you. I hope you realize this.
It's like subtle ways of like, saying hi to
using
them
your
throughout the day.
bathroom.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
Wearing your clothes.
Yes.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, eating leftover food. Like,
Sometimes I go to her room and she has like leftover food. I'm just like eating. I leave it back there.
it looks like Lily hasn't eaten all day. She'll just be like, oh my god, this is so good. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. It's like a starving child.
Is it
like,
the salad?
Is
Is it usually the salad?
It's like a salad or Brussels sprouts or whatever the fuck she has. Like, beggars can't be choosers. We all eat whatever.
Chinese chicken
whatever's
salad.
on the menu that day on my table, But yeah, I feel like I've sometimes, there's a point last year I was like, oh fuck, I'm such a shitty friend. Like, I don't like hang out with people that much because like I'm trying to
Because you're in your room. Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah. Or like I'm trying to like focus on X and Y points in my life, but then like it's so hard to like manage time and balance stuff.
I agree.
What I will say in regards to that, because I think a lot of people probably feel that way, is I think just expressing that to someone is already like you're halfway there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Being
like when
honest.
you say, oh, like, sorry, I usually just like play League or whatever, but I really like you guys. Like that kind of puts it in someone's mind already. Even though maybe you haven't done all those other things, like they understand better. Always makes me think of like love languages.
Yeah, that's
And I think that kind of stuff is, it's the one thing that I'm like, that's actually really important
What's
in my
yours?
opinion.
Yeah. Oh.
Words of affirmation and quality time.
Me too. Exactly.
Really?
Oh, really?
Well, quality time and then words, I think.
I think mine is acts of service and then quality time and then words of affirmation. Either the last two.
Oh, I know it's those three in some order.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
close enough.
For anyone that doesn't know what
yeah.
that is, basically love languages, there's 5 different types, I think. And they more or less indicate the ways in which you like to receive affection. Like some people like to get gifts, some people like to be told things, some people like it when you just spend time with them. And I think understanding how someone kind of accepts that affection is really important in keeping a healthy relationship or
Yeah.
friendship.
Agreed. Because so different. Like, it doesn't mean that you don't love each other. Like,
Yeah.
that person doesn't love you. It's just like the way
They show it differently, maybe.
Yeah. It's like your parents. Like, sometimes they don't say they love you, but like they're like, hey, when you go outside, like, put on a jacket. It's cold out there. Like, that's like their way of showing it.
Yeah.
The way my mom shows love is calls me to talk about taxes. Like it's like, come on.
That's how my mom shows love. She helps me with my tax and shit.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Still something.
Oh,
Do you think they can hear that?
Tammy. It's because someone's at the door.
Wow. I didn't even know we've
Oh my
spoken that
god.
long.
How long
It's
has
been
it been?
almost an hour.
Yeah.
Wait, how long does it usually go?
In about an hour.
Oh, we didn't even talk about.
Well, we started at 9, didn't we?
Did we?
I'm pretty sure we started at 9.
Oh, maybe
We started a bit before, but he can check either way.
Yeah.
Oh, one green flag for friends
Like a
is
good?
how they treat my dog.
Oh.
If you love my dog, I will love you. Like it's just
Yeah.
you love something that's so important to me, so that shows me like
I think animals in general
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good
Treat the
sign.
pets.
Good sign.
Yeah.
But also Tammy's not hard to treat nice.
Yeah.
the
It has
dogs
to
are
be
just
like
dogs.
your pet is also like easy
You.
to love. Like
that too.
like just think about though realistically like living with someone. If your pet was really hard to like live with,
That would be stressful.
It'd
Yeah.
be stressful. And that would actually it can
big,
cause
rough
tension
dog.
between like
I
us
agree.
as like friends,
I
right?
agree.
But like Tammy is great, Mimi's great. Like
They're both great.
Yeah.
And, oh my god, I miss it when Mimi grooms Timmy.
Oh,
I've seen her try, and then Tammy will just run off, and I think Mimi feels rejected.
Mimi needs to do sometimes when Timmy's super
Tired?
tired, and she
Yeah.
can't resist.
I
Mimi
wish
just,
she could
goes over
understand.
And it's the cutest
Yeah.
thing.
So
So
Can you
cute.
imagine?
Mimi grooming.
It's really cute, but it happens so
They
infrequently.
used to fight, like
used
not
to
play
play
fight. Yeah, they used to play fight so much, and it was so cute.
was
It'd just be
adorable.
all the time.
Okay.
They're like best friends.
Now they
Do
talk.
you remember when we did the Pokemon?
Yeah, I remember that was oh my god,
That
like
was
a little
really
Pokemon
cute.
battle and a video.
Mimi just
and it-
observes Timmy.
yeah.
When is she leaving so I can get her food?
What happened between them?
No, it's just cat dog.
Yeah.
Their way of getting along is just tolerating each other's presence. Like they're in the same room and laying down together. That's perfect. That's
right.
They
great.
actually
That's
do
great.
like lay around each other
Sometimes-
sometimes. I saw them.
together.
That's all I want.
I saw them sunbathe together the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Because
cute.
like there's just certain parts of our house that have like the windows in the living room, and they were both like this section, that section that had the sun.
That is.
I love it when they're just
adorable.
laying together. That's it's just
So chill. It relaxes my soul.
yeah.
Having pets around is.
Pets
that's
are
like-
just amazing.
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 Agreed.
I love pets. I would die for my pet.
I know.
Not to be dramatic or anything. If she died, I'd probably die too.
No. Don't.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. It's just a meme. I'm hungry.
Do you know how long we've been going?
This was really easy, to talk about because there's so
Yeah.
many
We need to start talking about.
34 minutes.
See, we
Oh,
started at
okay.
9.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you guys want to give you another
Talk about the boys.
20,
Yeah.
and then you can just answer questions.
Do you guys want to talk about the red flags or anything?
Oh
too?
yeah.
Red flags with friends or
people that we've
relationships or
encountered.
whatever.
Making
we
new
could do that.
friends, or you were talking about how red flag, struggling in being a content creator.
Clout chasers.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I can't.
You
Yeah.
can usually tell though when they're clout chasing, like unless
But
they're
sometimes
really
they play the long con.
They do.
And you can still tell.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She's like on the podcast literally. I made it. I fucking successfully infiltrated.
Dude, success. Mwah.
Sorry,
You know what? If it's true, like, good job.
Yeah, you did a
it
great
gets
job
to a
convincing
point where
us.
it's like,
Holy shit.
I can't even be mad. You
That's
just
the best story.
It's actually
you
well
start
played.
off cloud chasing, but you realize that you actually like them and become friends, and now you're conflicted because you started from a moment, but now you're like, we're actually friends, and I'm happy.
That sounds like a plot line to
Yeah.
a new movie.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's.
Title for this
Then the
For sure
conflict
happens,
is the
though.
person finds out that you were just using them for clout to begin with, but
Yeah.
now you have to fix that understanding, and you come to a resolution in the end. I'm sure this is a movie.
Yes, but without the clout, it's usually something else.
It's like something else. Yeah.
Saw it. Yeah.
I've had people maybe I think like the way I see it is like they'll talk to me about something about me in the beginning and then they start going like, oh, and like what about like these people in the house and stuff, and it's like, oh, and they're like,
They're
oh,
fishing for info.
I'm visiting, like can I stop by the house and like stuff like that, and, like stuff
I've
like
had that happen
yeah.
where they ask if like they can come over, but like I don't know you won't.
Yeah.
Or sometimes when people just ask me about Michael, you know,
No way.
yes way,
Really?
yes,
Jeez.
Oh my god.
just a Michael spokesperson. No, he's
Like-
not streaming anytime soon. Stop asking me.
True, actually.
Like people, not just fans?
They're Michael fans.
Oh.
You think they're here to watch me? No, they're just like waiting for Michael to show. Joke's on you. You're still giving me views, so where you go, dummy?
Holy shit.
Ruthless!
Lily was the one writing her own plot when she was saying everything.
I'll give them like a tease of Michael once in a while to keep them there.
Oh my god.
Okay. Anyway,
This one's hard because a lot of the people, like, I'm worried that they'll watch this and then put it two and two together because a lot of it's still like somewhat relevant. Yeah, but I've had like very loose cases like someone like you meet them and they seem really sweet and I'm like I give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and then if someone's great I'm like, yeah, let's hang out. And then sometimes when you're in person with them you realize like it's a Instagram story the whole time. It's like they're filming you. Oh, like, let's do this together. Let's do
take
that
pictures.
together.
Let's, like,
Yeah, and
yeah.
it's uncomfortable. And I don't know if it's like a overly like lovey thing, like too much to the point where it's like
it doesn't
how do I
come
have a
across
normal
genuine.
how do I have a normal
Yeah.
conversation? Like how do
You
I get
just
to
want
know?
genuine people ultimately, like just genuine people.
Yeah.
I feel so. Oh no, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh boy.
I cut you off mid sentence. Go ahead.
No, I don't even know what I was gonna say. Okay.
I was gonna say I feel so bad when like I dislike a girl because she's being too much. Because like I feel like such an asshole. But if I don't know you and you're like, oh my god, I love you. Like, it doesn't feel real, you know.
But it's like you don't know. It's the same thing as the guys. It's like you don't know me. How could you love
It's like
me?
Yeah,
a good example of someone who's like not that, but in that sphere sort of is like Celine. Like Celine is a very loving person.
Oh, yeah,
Even on the
yeah.
first day I met her, but it never felt disingenuous.
Yeah, you're right.
Like it never felt like she was forcing it. She
Yeah.
was just like
She
a
genuinely
loving,
felt the love.
affectionate person. That's it. But I feel like some girls kind of force it in order to like make a bond.
Yeah.
But it kind of does the opposite.
Yeah,
for
it pushes
me.
you away.
Oh, I know a red flag. When you first meet someone and they overshare, even though you don't even know them
Oh my
that,
god, yes. Yes.
that well, right?
yes.
They kind of overshare to like try to force a bond or something.
Like they're like just everything traumatic that happened or whatever that
Yes.
happened. Sorry, okay. Barks at door, can't fix sorry. Pomeranian. Anyway. Yeah. Hi Fed. Hi
Fed.
Oh, when are we gonna talk about the boys?
when
Right
Fed
now?
leaves. Oh, peace out. No, yeah, but
Who's your
so
least
many
favorite
times.
out of the boys? Mine
Ooh.
is Fed.
Dude, mine is Fed.
No
No,
way!
wait, I don't like Fedmeister 2. I like Fedmeister 1.
Favorite.
Oh, the person who's not here, Scar and Michael.
Skara. Skara's my favorite, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, damn it, they're all here.
They're all here.
Can they hear that?
That thin walls,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
thin. You fart downstairs, I hear it.
Oh. I meant, can they hear Scara,
Oh.
the camera?
We can add it in.
Oh, okay.
Let's add in like a fake. Once I was crying in my room, I was sniffling, and Fed heard it from upstairs.
Really?
You heard the sniffling, and I was so mortified. Like, you can hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
Fuck.
I cry, no one
Can't
ever
even
hears
cry.
me.
Michael always sounds like he's bowling. He usually
Oh
drops
yeah, all
something.
our rooms have someone like
and
up,
it's like,
above us.
and
like me.
Who's above everybody for
So
you
the
guys?
Pokey's above the living room.
Oh,
Fed is above me. Michael is above Yvonne. And who's above Scara?
Me.
Oh, Yvonne's above
I'm
Scara.
sandwiched
So
between
we
them.
all hear things. Like I hear things from Fed, and Fed hears things from my room. And whoever with Yvonne.
I know when Scar goes to sleep, and I know when Michael goes to sleep.
Wait, how can you tell?
Because Scar will be snoring, and I can hear it. Or... And then Michael, I can hear him walking around, pacing around at 4 a.m., so I know he's not sleeping yet. So I just, then I know the next day he's not going to be up till like 1 or 2, you know, or whatever.
I like how we all know each other. Like,
Yeah.
I know when Fed's
Schedules.
playing League because I'll hear like once in a
Oh,
while.
I hear that too.
I hear that.
My headphones are open constantly, so I can hear you.
Yeah. So there's that. Oh, they can hear me yelling when I play League.
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me
I can
too?
also hear you
shit.
yelling.
Wow.
It's okay. You feed me
Drama.
sometimes.
I never yell, so it's fine.
Why are they
What?
just like?
Yeah, why are you guys watching
The
this?
boys are just watching
staring.
us
Wait,
like
can't
an
feel
IRL
watching
audience.
yours.
We can't gossip about you guys.
Exactly. We appreciate you coming down here, though.
Toast, are you leaving?
No, I'm waiting for dinner.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's talk, who do you want to talk about first?
Have you noticed that Toast was, he just like missed us a lot? Like,
Yeah.
every time we were in
Oh, I
Discord-
love that shit.
100%
He reminds me of my
does.
cat.
Oh.
Yeah.
When she doesn't get a lot of like human
Dude, okay.
attention, then she's like,
Whenever you're not here, Pokey,
Oh,
she
yeah.
like fucking loves the heck out of all of us.
Mimi will walk up to me and like
she needs like
purring,
human
She
love.
needs someone.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like there's a certain amount she needs, and past that, she's like, go away.
That's like cats in general.
When there's no one,
Yeah.
she actually like nuzzles against me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I like it.
cute.
Yeah.
She needs
Super
to be
cute.
with someone, but she won't tell you.
Oh,
She'll
yeah.
act like she doesn't want you, but she wants. Why does she play hard to get?
It's
Dude,
all cats.
that's probably what every guy's thinking about that girl in his life.
Yeah. Oh, do you guys like it when guys play the game, or do you like?
Oh, the game.
Fuck the game. Fuck it.
Holy shit.
They,
Well, the same thing. But
I think it's like more yeah.
Yeah.
It's more common when you're young. I think some people like fall into that habit too much, and then it just gets old so quick.
When you
And
get-
it's like, oh, like I want to know actually how you feel about me.
Yeah.
When you get older, you tend to cut straight to the chase. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you like me? I like you. Like, just say it.
true.
And you can even say like, oh, like I'm kind of interested, or like I want to get to know you better. It
Yeah,
just,
you
I
just
think
have to be direct with it.
I think in general, like I like having conversations with a guy that I can like consistently have convos with, like, oh, what are you doing now, like blah blah, blah and all that kind of stuff.
I
Like
think
if
that-
they wait too long, I already feel like I don't want someone who kind of like does that, like waits like
Yeah.
a couple hours to reply.
that's what Edison did.
and
that.
you fell for
I know.
it.
Yeah, I did it because I was like, why isn't he responding? So I sent him a Snapchat because you don't want to double text him on the same platform, so you switch over.
And then a Twitter
Wow.
DM, and then you hit up his LinkedIn
Okay, I'm never there. But I would like look
with a job application, see if he responds.
I would film like what I was doing and then instantly check when he would look at my Snapchat, like check for his name. I'm like, oh, he's
I
not.
think that the initial like courtship phase is adorable.
Yeah.
Like you're playing that like you know
Yeah,
the
to
tug
be
and
like,
pull,
kind
the
of,
flirting
yeah.
shit. God, I'm lonely.
I think during then sometimes it's okay. And sometimes I feel bad giving the advice of like, just be upfront, forehead,
Yeah,
just say
yeah.
how you feel all the time. When to be fair, I think especially when you're younger, a lot of people like almost read too much into things and you do have to be a bit slower
Yeah,
at the beginning.
Yeah.
Good rule of thumb is just like respond to someone as often as they respond to you. And also I found like if you feel you're more interested in someone and you feel they're less, just put it on the same pedestal, sort of, by responding later.
Oh.
Yeah.
You respond 3 hours late. I'm going to respond
But then
3
it's
hours
like 3
late.
hours, 3 hours.
Then there's no point,
4,
and then it doesn't
4.
work, and then hey.
I
It
think
wasn't gonna
if they're
work
really
anyway.
into it,
Yeah.
then they will like re-show that interest.
Yeah.
Do you get what I
That's
mean?
true.
That's the pull and yeah.
if it keeps slowing down and slowing and slowing, then
Or-
it'll just fizzle.
When you read their cacao or they read your cacao, the read receipt is gone and like you're waiting and they don't respond. Oh, this is too specific. Isn't it?
Okay.
Jeez.
It's okay.
It's okay, Lily. You'll be okay.
Oh, actually, I've had that issue.
Yeah.
And
With
I
Kakao?
remember, no, it was with iMessage. And I remember he was like, I was like, just turn it off if you're not going to respond to people when you read it. Because it was just like an overall issue of
the
his.
red thing.
And he was like, no, I keep them on to hold myself accountable. And I'm like, but then you don't hold yourself accountable. It just like pisses people off.
Yeah.
It hurts more. Even
Yeah.
though like with
Just turn it off.
people in general, you know that they've read your text a lot of time, but knowing they read it.
Knowing
Yeah.
for
To be
sure.
fair, sometimes I read it and I'm like, oh, I need to respond to this. Give me like 2 minutes to think of something. And I go do something else and I forget
Oh,
about
I've
it.
done that
It
before.
I
happens.
do the opposite.
Really?
Where like I think of exactly what I'm going to say and then I never type it.
Oh,
Because I like get the gratitude of knowing what I'm going to say, you know?
And then you never respond.
Yes, and then you
yeah.
forget to actually type it out.
I do that on Discord all the time. I always like I find myself accidentally like not reading messages or not seeing messages that were like sent.
sometimes I get a notification that someone sent me a message, but I don't want to deal with it, so I'll swipe it away. Because if I don't see it, it's not my problem anymore. No, but it's bad. I know it's bad. So sometimes, if I get too many, like my brain shuts down. I swipe all of it away.
Oh, so all of it isn't your problem anymore.
Exactly. And then like 2 days later, when I drink coffee, I'm like, all right, let's respond to this.
Dude, I actually kind of do that too. But specifically on like social media.
Yeah, sometimes I just want
I'll respond like once every 2 days to just everything.
Yeah, no, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm like I feel like talking to people again. Sometimes I just don't want to talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be in a moment of like gratitude, like, wow, I'm so lucky, all these really sweet messages. I'm
Yeah,
gonna just
people
go
wanna talk
through
and-
and put it in paragraphs, going through all these random strangers, like, hey, thank you so much. And blah,
I've done
blah.
that, yeah.
Just like, it's nice.
So
But
appealing.
The boys.
The
The
boys.
boys.
What did they talk about with us? Like what kind? So we know like what to.
Yeah.
Like, exactly.
They put in predictions for what you guys were gonna say about them, but like they kind of just talked about. They mainly talked about like girls in general and kind of like relationship stuff.
Ah.
But also like they said like but specifically with you guys like living like why they said like reasons why they like living with
Yeah.
you guys. So.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about
Living
living with
situation
guys.
in general.
I remember before Lily moved in and it was just guys for like a while. I think maybe like half a year plus. And I remember literally feeling like there was too much testosterone in my life. I was like, I realized I had no balance because I would like work and then it would just be all men in the
And then
house.
I
I'm like,
moved
get me
in,
out.
And then she realized I was basically a guy.
No, dude, I swear to God, the estrogen in the air, it still balances it out a little, you know?
Actually, there's a very good balance of like girls and guys.
Right now, yeah.
Right now,
Agreed.
we're at a good spot. That's a
Is it 3 girls, 3 guys right now?
four
guys.
Scar fed Michael.
3.
Oh, Scar fed Michael, Toki, Yvonne, me.
Oh yeah. Toast.
So
is-
Toast is
Toast
not
lives
really
elsewhere,
there.
yeah.
So 3-3.
3 and 3.
I like the balance right now. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's
Same.
good.
I live with too many guys.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
How many guys do you live with?
4.
That's 4 too many.
I'm
How many girls do you live with?
1. Michelle. I wanted when Megan moved out, I wanted another girl, but
Yeah.
we didn't have enough time. We had to find, but we love Danny. But it's like my
Danny's
thought was
great.
to get a girl because I'm like, okay,
It just
girl,
balances
like,
out.
balance it
Yeah.
out. But yeah, everyone's really chill. It's like, and I've lived with guys before, all guys, but I do really like having like, it's like there's a different vibe
Yeah.
to guys.
Yeah.
I
There
really want
is.
to try living with like 1 or 2 girls like you did. How was that
Yeah.
experience?
Oh yeah.
And I feel like you've lived with a lot of different kind of like
yeah.
compositions of people. I don't know.
Holy crap.
What like
That's
rank them.
okay. Oh.
Not the people,
Yeah,
just
the
the situations
situation.
or the ratios.
That's good. Okay, so I lived with 3 guys when I started streaming. There was the 3 guys that got me into streaming. So that's 3 guys. I really liked that actually, but there'd be a situation where I would get ganged up on. Like one of them would disagree with me, and then the other 2 would be like, like just support their bro, and then it'd literally be 3v1, and there'd be times where I was like getting hurt, and I was like, and I'd just leave, and then I'd go to the bathroom because they're in my room, and then I'd just like hide in my. Oh wait. Anyway, but other than that, great.
Really like that, by the way.
And then I lived with Kimmy. Lived with Kimmy 1, 2, 3 years. But we were, our first year together was great. And then we were like, okay, maybe too much of each other, like just each other. So then we invited, we lived with some guy off of Craigslist and our friend.
Okay.
All right.
And, no, well, we lived
spicing
with
it
our
up.
friend Joanne and her friend Adriana. But then Joanne moved out early, found a guy from Craigslist. And he was like a really needy random guy coming all the time. Like, hey, what are you guys up to?
Ew,
I
I hate that.
We're like, okay, so he
Yeah.
loves to talk. And then that was okay. That was like probably at the bottom.
That was the bottom?
Yeah.
That was when I first met you.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible. Okay, it depends. Well, then we have then I moved in with Kimmy again, just us 2. We're like, okay, let's try just us 2 again. But then Jamie and Janet would like come in at alternating times, and those were chaotic. Well, that was also just when everything was going down, and then like we'd come over to offline, we'd come back, there'd be like a lot of stuff going on.
There was a lot going on
so
during that
much
time.
going on that I was like, wow, and honestly, that place was just too small. So we like there was times where it's like me, Janet in the living room, and then Kimmy, and you can hear everyone. Like, so I'd get people from Janet's stream and Kimmy's stream be like, I can hear you in their streams, vice versa. I was like, shut up, you're being loud on this person's stream. I'm like, what are we gonna do? Like, we're all loud, like playing games. So that was not the best living situation. I enjoyed like the good times, but like overall the stress and how tight and Hobbs and Picks were there, and it was they also were like, it was crazy. It was dogs, people, no space to breathe, essentially. So we immediately moved from that place, and that was when we moved into Just Friends, and that was good. The house itself, the house was terrible. So it overwhelmed everyone in the house.
Oh yeah,
Celine
we just had a lot of issues.
Yeah, we had so many. This is why I move every year.
Yeah.
Is it me?
No, I also move every year.
You move every year, right? Okay.
Yeah, every year.
more or
Yeah.
less.
Is it because we get bored of the situation?
No, it's just the situation changes, I think. We have to, right?
Yeah, we adapt. We're like, oh, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
So I have literally, and then Just Friends was like the most overwhelming. So then I went from that to the first time I ever lived alone. I was like, actually, let me just try the complete opposite of living with 5 people and dealing with this and trying to force this and that to one person. And then I got lonely. I was like, I'm lonely. So I was like, let me move in with more people. So then, but people who I had not lived with before, just like, I just kind of threw a die. I was like, these people were cool. I interacted with them briefly, but let me just try it. And then, some of it worked out, some of it didn't. Megan, lifestyle-wise, actress, sleeping, butt heads a lot. And then, so now we're here.
So what was the question again?
Oh, the question...
If there was one that you really liked.
Yeah, what was your favorite?
I really like the current one. I think my favorite was my very first one with 3 guys because I was able to be really, we had a very healthy, communication. There was... A lot of it was I'm able to be really harsh with guys and be like, clean up your shit, do this, stop doing this, and we were very butt heads with each other, but also very honest. So I struggled with that. I struggled with more communication. I suppress a lot of things, internalize, and then I let things bother me. But right now is probably my second favorite.
Nice.
So you think that's good?
His entire
Yeah, wow. We literally sorry.
I feel like I know your life now.
For the past 10 years.
So the boys.
Yeah. How about you guys?
Let's talk shit and non-shit.
All right.
Actually, when I think of the question, who's your favorite? I feel like I have no answer.
Yeah.
But I feel like they all have, oh my God, I hope they're not listening. They all have really good things about
Oh,
them that make
adorable.
them really unique.
Cute.
And my favorite thing is, how different they all are as
Yeah.
well.
You like them all for different
Different
Yeah,
reasons.
and very different reasons.
Yeah, I agree. Toast has the the older brother, like
Yes.
stern giving. Scar is like just really always there, I
Yeah,
guess, like
he's always
helpful.
there.
Fed is like the playful one, and Michael's
Michael, I feel, is very dependable.
yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
And very funny.
And funny.
Who's the one you go to when there's like tech problems? Is it Michael?
Michael.
We need someone.
He thinks he joined because like we wanted him as a
swindled
member.
him.
We swindled.
We just needed a
We
tech
needed a
guy,
tech support
honestly.
guy.
We didn't know who else.
Got him.
Plus, he has a cool car.
He really does. You could play games in it.
He plays Cuphead in it. It's like
I
pretty
want,
cool.
I want a Tesla, man.
Dude, after being in it, I actually want a Tesla. Come on, let's just get Teslas.
We just have 4 Teslas. Flex TV.
Oh my god, yeah, we just want 4, but we can't fit all 4 at our house. It's just too small here.
They're so cool. You just like press on the gas and it flies you forward.
I drove one. Well, we were at Ralph's or something, and it was an empty parking lot. He's like, "You want to try driving it?" I'm like, "Okay." So I got in the driver's seat, and I pressed the gas pedal like really lightly, and it just like goes.
Oh, I just like.
It was so responsive. I actually really liked it. I'm like, I can see myself driving this. Fuck. I never had an interest in driving, but
Until-
now I want to drive.
I want to drive anywhere but LA.
Oh, okay. LA, I just don't see
Yeah.
a point driving in
No,
LA. Like,
yeah.
I just don't like it. Ubering is our public transport
Yeah.
system.
God bless.
Yes,
Also,
actually.
when you work from home, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
not very
It's also
useful.
our ambulance.
Huh?
You know that thing? It's cheaper to call an Uber to go to the hospital than an ambulance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, true. Oh,
Love America.
America.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what the boys are gonna say about us.
I know.
I'm going to watch that podcast. We said nice things about them. They're all
Yeah, we
nice.
did. We said
They're
a
all
nice
really
thing about
people.
everyone.
They're right.
They're okay.
Yeah, they're okay.
No, really, it's hard. I feel like we got so lucky, but also it's kind of the way we went about it that we ended up with guys that like there's like no huge problems or
No,
whatever. you
they're all
know?
very genuine. Like, they're all nice people.
Imagine there's like a clout chaser in the house, or like someone we felt was like the values didn't align.
Yeah.
I think that would be very difficult.
Okay, this is something that I really like about all the guys is they get it when it comes to like girls sometimes. They're like
do, they
respectful.
do.
Like they
Oh my God,
aren't
they actually do.
right. Like you think about every one of them, like they just understand and they just like they don't like belittle like
Yeah.
anything.
That's
like,
so true.
yeah.
I don't
that's
get
what
like
about them.
misogynistic
No,
or
no,
sexist
no,
vibes
no.
at
You
all.
can tell they genuinely like care. Like,
Yeah.
that's nice.
And I don't really hear them talk shit about other girls in certain
Yeah,
ways.
this is
That's
true.
actually a red flag I should have
Yes.
mentioned. Some dudes like when guys are like, oh, that girl's like such a hoe, her nudes were leaked or something. I'm like,
yeah.
you know, if that's how you
Yeah.
process things.
It's so cute to see how like OTV came together. Like, you know how like it is to the
Slowly,
how it is now,
yeah.
one at a time. Kind of just
Yeah.
found what fit, and then it's now like
Yeah.
this. That's why I think it is so healthy right now. And like
Crazy.
because it took time. You know, it wasn't
Yeah, it
just
took
like
a
let's
long
pick the, you know.
time.
And I feel like it was always either like a testing period or like a tricked into living here period. But at least there was some buffer time before making it official.
Also, really important is everyone. Like, I mean, I don't know if I'm biased, but I genuinely feel like everyone here is like a good person, like genuinely a good person. Like, I don't think if there's one person who I felt like was,
I can see the
Kinda
same about our
off.
friend group in general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
the
everyone in our
value
friend
system.
group.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have worked for so long.
If someone's like
Yeah.
lying is fine. Oh, Michael's like that. Never mind.
Lies and deceit.
Theft, yeah.
Michael's such
Lies and
a...
deceit.
He's a good kid. That's how you can describe him. He's a good kid. He's doing all right.
True.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we
Good?
Gucci?
Shall we go to the?
Oh, right. Questions.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so
We
hungry.
have questions to answer. Leslie, would you like to read the first one?
Absolutely.
In that
From-
accent.
Fine. Wasn't very good. From Floofy Foxfire. Wait, am I supposed to read the username?
Just read the question.
Okay. How do I get over a breakup? I'm still really sad, and it's been a week since he left me.
Well, floofy fight. Wait, I'm not supposed to say it. Well,
Floofy.
you literally just broke up. It's been a week. Give yourself that time to grieve. It's okay to cry. In fact, give yourself like a month or 2 or 3. I know it's cliche, but time does heal. Also, don't stalk their Facebook or social media or anything like that. Like you need space. Do not interact with them whatsoever, and you will heal.
Yeah, the beginning is always gonna be the
Beginning's the
hardest. It's the
hardest thing
hardest.
ever.
So if you could get past like the week or two, it's gonna be easier and easier
What
and
doesn't
easier.
kill you makes you. Just kidding. Cut that out. That's gonna get DMCA copyrighted.
Oh yeah, true.
Wait, really?
Sometimes you
Yeah,
hum
yeah.
something and they
And
copyright
it'll get
it.
caught in the system.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Wow.
But only if you hum it really well.
Give yourself time. A week is not enough time.
I think just accepting that
Yeah.
like it's okay to feel
Yeah.
really bad after a breakup, and if anything, that's really normal.
Yeah.
It's a healthy emotion, or it's an emotion. Just let yourself like cry and feel that.
Get it out.
Yeah, it's not weakness.
And also, I think like if there are moments where like you feel happy or you're laughing about stuff during these periods of being mostly sad, if you really acknowledge them and kind of take note of them, I feel like you appreciate it more, and it almost like tricks your brain into having more of those moments. Like, wow, I was really sad, but I had a moment of feeling better, and it almost like gives you hope that time will heal.
And getting involved in like, I made myself really busy after my
Yeah.
breakup. Like,
Yeah, you
really
need to
busy.
distract yourself.
Oh,
with
friends are
anything.
great. Friends are like
Friends.
amazing.
Literally,
They'll be
anything.
there for you. Yeah. What else? I mean, that's really. And
That's pretty good.
down the line, you'll be happy being single. I'm so happy right now. Trust me, it's all good. Just you come out of it strong.
Okay, you're good, right? We're not talking about something, right? Okay.
No, but for real, like you'll feel better. You will.
Your phone. Oh, it's locked. Oh, sorry.
Okay. At times when you don't feel motivated at all and just want to take depression naps all day, how do you find the strength to still get up and stream/make videos?
There are two wolves inside of you.
And they both love crack.
They're-
Oh, sorry.
no, please go on.
Oh, I was gonna say I feel like this is kind of two-part-ish because I think like addressing, in a sense, lack of motivation is one big issue in and of itself, and there's a lot to say about that. But then the second half, where you mentioned like stream/make videos, I feel like that shouldn't be something you ever force yourself to do unless it's your job already. Because at least I mean for me, like when I first started streaming, that was what I wanted to do in a time of being sad, if that makes sense. But I think like lack of motivation is a really good question, kind of hard to answer.
I think there are two people inside of you. One wants to stay in bed all day and do absolutely nothing, and your job is to like fight that person every day, pretty much.
Yeah.
And sometimes that person wins, and that's fine. Like give yourself some time off. Sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to not be okay.
I also think having like a goal in mind is something that can be like makes it very easy for you to be like, okay, but if like I don't do this today, then I like won't reach my goal. It's like kind of like there every day. Yeah. Like having a goal actually makes it so much easier to just like do stuff.
I also think if you feel like you may actually struggle with depression or ADHD or really anything, it's totally fine to get tested for that kind of stuff because you'll be amazed at how much medication and therapy can really help issues like that. If it's not that, then there's a lot of other things.
And there are millions of people who feel the same way.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Like millions.
Truly.
All of us are some way and struggling like that. But we try our best every day.
I beat myself up like every day. I wake up and I wake up late, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to stream. I don't want to make a video. I don't want to do anything. I just want to lie
wanna
there.
stay
and
in
then
bed,
I want to stay in
right?
bed. I watch a video. I feel guilt. But then like recently, I'm just like, you know what? Just let yourself enjoy a TV show or this, or take that day off.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, completely.
If anything, I suffer from like the opposite problem. It's like
Feeling like you have to
Guilt.
do things in the same way.
Yeah. But it's like you work so hard for it. You deserve like to recharge so you could like keep going at it.
yeah.
Work hard, play hard.
First off, thank you all so much for doing this. It's super cool of you guys. So I'm a junior in high school. For the last few years, I've been doing really, really well. I've been happy in a way I haven't been since second grade. I have friends I care about and who care about me. But the college search process, it just recently begun for me and it's kind of been freaking me out. I feel like I stumbled into the friendships I have now out of luck. 3rd to 6th grade were the worst years of my life, in part because I didn't have I didn't really have any friends, and I couldn't handle going back to that. And I seriously doubt I'll get as lucky as I did in high school a second time. I'm terrified of losing the happiness I found, but it seems inevitable. Any advice?
You're so cute.
You're gonna make friends.
Yeah.
Lily, you're gonna make friends.
You're junior in high school, right? And you're scared that he's not gonna make friends in college, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're gonna make friends.
Yeah.
100%.
You will. I am like 99% sure.
Although it's hard to like not be scared because it's like something that you haven't experienced yet, right? But like, I just feel like it's inevitable. Like you're gonna naturally gravitate towards people that like you like and everything.
There are a lot of other people who like feel the same way you do. Like everyone's scared that they're not gonna make friends going into college or whatever.
So actually, when you're like really open about making friends and almost like extroverted, people feel typically that that's such a huge relief. Like, oh my God, this person spoke to me. Like, wow, maybe I'll have a friend as well. Like, just keep that in mind. A lot of people are thinking the exact same thing, especially like freshman year of college.
There's also college clubs.
Yeah.
So you join something
The
that you're
league
like
club.
Yeah.
Easy
Make
friends.
friends.
something that you're already interested in, and you meet other people there who are interested in it as well. Like you already have like a common thing to talk about. There you go. Bam.
College is freelo for friends. It's like you won't know how easy. Like I think it sounds really intimidating before you go to college. It's like, oh gosh, everyone there's like probably already gonna know each other and join this sorority or fraternity or whatever. But everyone there, like think about
Is actually
yeah.
looking to make new friends.
Yeah, when someone
Yeah.
asks you for a pencil or just like, hey, like what are you studying? Or like, what did you get? Like how the joy
Oh my God,
of friends-
studying together. Because you're going to have so many classes, and literally every single class, every quiz, every test is an opportunity to meet new people.
New poo.
New poo-poo. New poo-poo.
Thank you for watching our All Girls podcast. Oh my
Woohoo.
God. Make
Oh
sure
Thank you so much.
like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, wasn't I supposed to say that?
And to check out Leslie,
Oh, we flipped that.
Yeah.
you can find her at.
Twitch.tv/Fuslie, Fuslie.
And anything else you want to shout out?
I'm supposed to say something.
Now's your
Anything.
time. You worked hard to be here. Remember?
Flex.
Fuslie on Instagram and YouTube and Twitch.
Okay.
And
Fuslie.
Yeah.
Make
on
sure to
everything.
check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else that is in the description bar below.
and comment below what your favorite Starbucks drink is.
Oh my God.
Bye.
Bye.